Hi everyone, today we are making a beautiful flourless chocolate cake, perfect for your Easter celebration. Welcome to Chocolicious. I'm Gemma Stafford from Gemma's Bigger Bolder Baking. If you're not already familiar with my channel, I urge you to go over and check it out. I make over-the-top desserts perfect for any occasion. Easter is the perfect time to bust out your favorite chocolate desserts, and today I'm sharing mine with you, which is a beautiful decadent flourless chocolate cake. To start out, we're going to melt our chocolate and butter in a large microwaveable bowl. You can do this gently over a bain-marie, or you can pop it in the microwave and just keep a close eye on it to make sure it doesn't burn. Once your chocolate is melted, we're going to whisk in our sugar. Next, we're going to whisk in our egg yolks, and we add these in second because the sugar is actually cooled down your chocolate mixture so they won't cook in it. When making chocolate desserts, it's really important to use good quality chocolate because it makes such a difference to your end result. This smells fantastic. Okay, next up we're going to sieve in our cocoa powder, our salt, and add in our vanilla extract. And then whisk these ingredients together. At this point you can see that it smells and looks kind of like a fudge brownie, which is a little bit like what this cake is, like really moist and moussey on the inside with no flour. Perfect. We're going to set this mix aside to cool and we're going to get started on our egg whites. To give our flourless chocolate cake that beautiful moussey texture, we're going to whip up some egg whites and fold them into the chocolate mix. When baking with eggs, it's always best if they're at room temperature, so I like to take them out of the fridge the night before using them. Turn your machine onto medium-high speed and we're going to whip them up until they're almost stiff peaks. To help your egg whites whip, I like to add in a pinch of salt. So your egg whites will take around 3 to 4 minutes to whip up nice and thick, and then once they are, we're going to fold them into the chocolate mix. When folding in egg whites to a mix, it's really important to use a thin-edged spatula or a spoon, something similar to this, so you don't break through all those lovely bubbles that you created in the egg whites and knock them all out. You want to keep it nice and big and airy. So just take a spoonful of your egg whites and just mix it into the mix, and this is called introducing, and what it does is it just loosens up your chocolate to be able to then add in the rest of your egg whites. It's kind of an important step, and as you can see, it's already starting to loosen up. Beautiful. And then in with the rest of your egg whites. This is such a beautiful cake and a must for your repertoire, especially if you have gluten-free people in your family or friends, that it is the perfect cake for everybody. If you're liking this dessert, then I also made a homemade cream egg over on my channel today, so you have 2 great Easter ideas. Okay, this looks fantastic. Now we're going to pour our mix into our prepared baking pan. Look at this beautiful cake. If this doesn't put a smile on your face, I don't know what will. Already this smells fantastic, so can you imagine what it's going to taste like when it's baked? We're going to bake our cake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 35 to 40 minutes until it's a little bit jiggly in the center. While your cake is in the oven, this is the perfect time to make your ganache that's going to go on top of the cake. Ganache is just 2 simple ingredients, chocolate and cream. You heat up your cream on the stove until it almost is to a simmer, and then you pour it over your broken chocolate. Let the hot cream sit on the chocolate for around 2 to 3 minutes undisturbed, and then you can go in and whisk any lumps. Take care not to over whisk your ganache because it can actually separate the fat in the chocolate. As you whisk your ganache, you're going to see it become nice and smooth and shiny, and that's what we're going for. This is going to make the perfect addition to our cake. Perfect, our ganache is done, so I'm going to set it to the side and go check on my cake. I think it's done because it smells fantastic. Look at that, it looks beautiful. As you can see, it came away from the edges, which is what you want, and it's still a little bit soft in the middle, so it's perfectly cooked. We're going to let the cake sit until it's cool to the touch, and then it's time to decorate. My favorite part of cake baking is the decorating. Simply, we're going to pour our ganache over the cake and let it drip down the sides. Look at that, look how decadent this looks, absolutely perfect. Every table this Easter should have a cake like this on it. I'm going to let the ganache set for a few minutes, and I'm going to work on some grated chocolate to put on top. This is a really good decorating tip for cakes. Take your long knife, run it along the chocolate, and you'll get these beautiful, delicate little shavings. Now that I have enough chocolate shavings, I'm going to lay them in the center of the cake to create a nest for our grand finale. To finish off my flourless chocolate cake, I dyed some Easter eggs to put on top to give great color. The kids can always help with the dyeing of the eggs, so everybody can be involved. Carefully lay your colored eggs in your chocolate nest. And there you have it, a beautiful, decadent, flourless chocolate cake, perfect for your Easter table. I hope you all have a great Easter and I'll see you next time.